This morning, actor Justin Baldoni and his wife Emily breaking their silence in a rare Instagram post.
So we have not spoken publicly for the better part of the last 2 years. And
The couple says gratitude is what's kept them going throughout their long legal battle with actress Blake Lively, who sued Baldoni and his production company in 2024 for orchestrating what she called a smear campaign against her after she accused Baldoni of sexual harassment on the set of their film It Ends With Us. Baldoni has consistently denied these claims.
what I will say is that there have been so many painful things that have been spoken into existence,
untruthful,
over the last couple years. And that created so much noise, and we didn't want to add to the noise. So we just wanted to let the justice system run its course.
And the truth and the facts have spoken for themselves.
Earlier this year, a district judge tossed out most of Lively's claims, including harassment, defamation, and conspiracy.
But we should add that the timing of his comments this week are notable. They come just days after Lively appeared to be absent from Taylor Swift's wedding. Fans have speculated that this legal battle, which Swift was brought into since one of her songs was used in the movie, is what's caused a rift between the once very close friends.
After nearly 2 years of staying quiet while one of Hollywood's messiest legal dramas played out in public, Justin Baldoni has spoken. On Wednesday night, the It Ends With Us director and star posted a nearly 5-minute video to Instagram, sitting alongside his wife, Emily Baldoni. It was their first personal on-camera comments since Blake Lively's sexual harassment and retaliation lawsuit against Baldoni first erupted back in December 2024. Justin explained why they waited so long. He said that every time they considered speaking out, something told them the timing wasn't right, and that they didn't want to add to what had already become a very loud, very public fight. Instead, he said, they chose to let the justice system run its course rather than responding to the flood of claims being made about them. Rather than framing himself as vindicated or victorious, Baldoni described the last 2 years in one word: injustice. He said he felt he was the one wronged throughout the saga, not Lively, whose lawsuit accused him of harassment on the set of their 2024 Colleen Hoover adaptation and of orchestrating a smear campaign against her afterwards. Emily backed him up, saying the ordeal has left them struggling to understand how something like this could happen at all, especially, she said, when it was carried out under the banner of standing up for women. For anyone who lost track of the legal back and forth, here's the short version. Lively filed her lawsuit in December 2024, alleging harassment and retaliation tied to the film's production. Baldoni countersued Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds for defamation and extortion. That countersuit was thrown out by the judge. Rather than go to trial, both sides reached a confidential settlement in May 2026, with no damages paid and no admission of wrongdoing by either party. The one issue still working through the courts is attorney's fees. A judge granted Lively a partial win last month, awarding her legal team roughly $8 million in fees while denying her request for additional financial penalties. Baldoni's attorney has publicly framed the overall outcome as a win, pointing out that most of Lively's claims were dismissed before the settlement. So while the headline drama is over, the money fight technically isn't finished yet. The tone of the video leaned more emotional than combative. Both Justin and Emily talked about focusing on healing, spending time with their kids, and leaning into their faith, which they said has grown stronger through the ordeal. They thanked fans who supported them during the 2 years they stayed silent. They also left the door open for more. Emily closed the video by saying there's still a lot they haven't said yet, but that now isn't the moment. Whether that means a future interview, a documentary, or simply more social posts down the line is still unknown. This case became one of the most closely watched legal sagas in recent Hollywood history, not just because of who's involved, but because of what it exposed about text message evidence, PR strategy, and how quickly a workplace dispute can turn into a full-blown media war. Baldoni's video doesn't close that chapter so much as mark the first time he's told his side of it directly in his own words, without lawyers or court filings in between. Whether people see this as a moment of vulnerability or a calculated PR move will likely depend on which side of the story they'd already picked. Either way, it's clear the conversation around the case isn't over. What do you think? Is this the start of Baldoni telling his full story, or the last word on the subject? Drop your take in the comments.